Now, staying on the same track, and Korea's new economic team, led by the new finance minister, Choi Kyung-hwan, has laid out how it plans to breathe life into the sputtering Korean economy. The focus is on cutting the nation free from this period of low growth by running an expansionary fiscal policy and balancing the divide between corporate and household income. Hwang Ji-hye reports.
Korea's new economic team is all geared up to shake the country out of its low-growth rut. The finance ministry said Thursday that the government will seek aggressive fiscal policies that will boost spending by some 12 trillion won, or roughly $11 billion in the second half of this year. That's equivalent to nearly 1% of Korea's GDP. The extra funds will be used to support homebuyers, small and medium-sized businesses, and tourism, and improve the distribution of agricultural products. The government will also set aside around $25 billion in loans and funds to promote corporate activities. The ministry said it will seek an expansionary fiscal policy even at the risk of running a short-term fiscal deficit. The government also cited the nation's relatively healthy fiscal situation. Korea's debt-to-GDP ratio stood at under 34% last year, far lower than the OECD average of over 110%. The ministry also laid out plans to boost domestic demand by providing tax incentives to companies that raise wages. It also plans to tax companies that shy away from investment, wage increases, or dividend payments in favor of hanging onto excessive cash reserves. The government will also accelerate regulatory reforms, and especially that in the nation's real estate market, by easing loan-to-value and debt-to-income ratio limits for mortgage lending. The measures are based on the new economic team's revised growth outlook for this year. It cut its growth forecast to 3.7%, down 0.2 percentage points from its earlier projection, saying the pace of recovery slowed on sluggish domestic demand. The government expects its expansionary fiscal policy to raise overall growth by 0.1 percentage points this year. Hwang Ji-hye, Arirang News.